I'm sure you all know my name, correct?
Wait.
And I must extend my gratitude to the family here, Mulcahy family and others, for this kind invitation on this cruise. It's not my first cruise with the Mulcahy family. In fact, I had the pleasure of joining them on a cruise many years ago when I helped them solve a very interesting crime. It became known as the Walrus and the Wet Bed.
You're giving everyone the giggles now.
So, the challenge was this.
Sorry.
There was a lovely couple with us on the boat. Their name was Judy and Phil. And it was a real mystery because every night they would go to sleep like this weather, hot, dry, no clouds. And every morning they would wake up and their bed would be wet. What is causing this? What could be to blame? Was it them? No, it was not them. Who was it? The only clue that I had is that they had heard the noise sounding like a walrus very early in the morning. Now, with this clue, I started on my own investigations. And the first thing I noticed was that their window to their room was right beside the ladder down to the sea. Therefore, I decided that I would position myself with a view to the ladder to see if anything was happening in this regard. Anyway, so one night I crept up here and set up my little encampment. I barely slept. Sure enough, as soon as the sun almost came above the horizon, I heard this noise emanating from the bowels of the ship. The movement of a creature humming and huffing and hawing up through the ship, and eventually it rounded the corner down to the ladder, down the ladder, and then a big splash. But no, this did not quite answer the problem. So I kept watching, and the creature floated somewhat. I'll lose my train of thought. Okay. And it swam in its own way. It came back to the ladder and it walked up the ladder. And what do you do when you come back from a swim?
The hose.
You
Dry
take
off.
the hose to shower yourself. But mes amis, where do you take the shower? Where do you do the shower?
Ladder.
Do you do it on the first step or the second step or the third step? Yes, like that. Do you do it right at the top in front of all the windows? No! But this creature insisted on doing it there. Splashing himself and his body and of course into the window behind him. Anyway, I was happy to solve that case, and I will not mention the name of that gentleman because he is held in very high regard in this family. But you all know who he is. Now, unfortunately, I'm not finished. Unfortunately, another crime has been committed on this boat. A terrible, heinous crime which cannot go unanswered. And of course, I am talking about the missing phone charger. Now, mes amis, to take a phone charger away from a young person, it is the most despicable evil act. And a gentleman like me cannot but help get involved.
Is it coming my way?
And when I heard of this crime, and I saw the circumstances, it reminded me of another crime from another time ago, and I think these crimes are linked by the perpetrator. So, let me tell you about this other crime very quickly. I know I've been here a long time. In another country far, far away, there were 3 brothers. Let's call them brother 1, the eldest, brother 2, middle-ish, brother 3, the youngest. They were all living in the same house, and brother 1, he was such a generous man. He is a generous man. He was so generous that he used to keep bars of chocolate in his house in a little basket. I'm talking about Mars bars. Snickers. And he said, be my guest. Be my guest. What's mine is yours. Mi casa es su casa. Anyway, one day he came home from work. He inspected the basket. And he said, oh, there seems to be a
deficit.
bar of chocolate missing. Now, let me tell you, mes amis, I told you about brother 1, brother 2, brother 3. I am brother 2. Therefore, I know, my friends, I did not take this bar of chocolate. Therefore, there was only one possible culprit. Brother 3. And believe it or not, it's the same brother 3 who was here tonight. And he shares a room with this young man who has lost his charger. You were challenged long time ago with the Mars bar. You're being challenged again. Where is the charger? Rest my case.
Merci, monsieur, merci.
I got tougher decisions in Max.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that.